charmingly. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Charmingly. Charmingly. It is an adverb. Meaning. 1. Extremely pleasing, or delightful. 2. In a way that is very pleasant, or attractive. 3. In a pleasant, and attractive way. Examples. 1. The lights were charmingly disposed, in colored paper lamps, high up among green boughs. 2. He sang 3 little songs, very charmingly indeed, but there was no encore. 3. His move was not successful, Natalie continued looking charmingly blank. 4. The countryside around where we were staying was, charmingly unspoiled. 5. There were 3 adult supervisors, and 17 Boy Scouts, all charmingly incompetent. 6. Miss Lumley, you must be wondering why I called for you, Lady Constance said charmingly. 7. But not all their material is, as charmingly coy, in its approach to sexual peccadilloes as that. 8. The effect was romantic, and quirky, and charmingly melancholy, which is her signature. 9. Spared by the 1755 earthquake, that toppled Lisbon, Porto is, charmingly well preserved. 10. Occasionally, a charmingly broad smile, and a gruff chuckle would break through. 11. Cromer is a charmingly old-fashioned resort, that has changed little over the years. 12. He was so obviously intelligent, so charmingly articulate, so incredibly well read. Cheerfully. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Cheerfully. Cheerfully. It is an adverb. Meaning. 1. When you do something cheerfully, you do it in a happy, or good-natured way. 2. In a way that shows that, you are happy. 3. In a happy, and positive way. 4. In a way that is bright, and pleasant, makes you feel positive and happy. 5. Without worrying or feeling sad, or sorry about something. Examples. 1. The classrooms were cheerfully decorated with children's artwork. 2. They cheerfully admit that, their research may have little practical value. 3. The school staff proudly showed me, each cheerfully decorated classroom. 4. To smile cheerfully, as she looked at him over one shoulder. 5. The Count did not set out cheerfully on this visit, at heart he felt afraid. 6. At Bianca's sunny smile, Yuli could see the woman, cheerfully helping the injured. 7. The practical conclusion of his philosophy is that, he must cheerfully accept the inevitable. 8. It has exercised a beneficial check on the railways, and has been cheerfully accepted by them. 9. This was to demand a great sacrifice, but Octavie cheerfully obeyed the summons. 10. The guest rooms all have private entrances, and are cheerfully decorated in an island motif. 11. The 6-track album is a medley of cheerfully chilled pop, infused rock anthems. Dangerously. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Dangerously. Dangerously. It is an adverb. Meaning. 1. In a dangerous manner. 2. In a way that is likely to harm, or injure somebody, or to damage or destroy something. 3. To such a degree that harm, death, damage, or destruction is possible. 4. In a way that is dangerous. Examples. 1. Mama's blood pressure had risen dangerously, after Patria's breakdown on the front lawn. 2. I was worried, because he was running dangerously close to the cliff edge. 3. That driver went dangerously fast, overtaking several cars, despite the wet conditions. 4. The woman was waving a knife, about dangerously in the air, and shouting. 5. More dangerously, clients may understand, and act in the belief that, they have understood. 6. We are informed that, for 14% of the market, the level of debt is dangerously high. 7. In practice, the boundary between public and private spheres was dangerously permeable. 8. You don't have your knife with you this time, she went on in a dangerously soft voice. 9. That monster will be burned to a crisp, Peach Fuzz said in a dangerously low voice. 10. This was teetering dangerously, on the verge of gossip material, and the best kind of it. 11. A dangerously underweight corporal, in threadbare fatigues comes for, or on foot. 12. They were so high up, so dangerously high, Kale stopped before rounding a corner. Deliberately. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Deliberately. Deliberately. It is an adverb. Meaning. 1. Done in a way that is intended, or planned. 2. In a way that is not hurried, slowly and carefully. 3. With careful thought, or consideration. 4. With a definite intention, not by chance or by accident. 5. With full awareness of what one is doing, in a way that is intended, or planned. Examples. 1. He was sent off for, deliberately tripping Robson, when he was about to score a goal. 2. As I say, I've never been sure, whether or not, Ruth deliberately moved things round to this. 3. The board is committed to, moving deliberately on this important initiative. 4. Is this just bad journalism, or an attempt to deliberately mislead the public? 5. He was careful to move slowly, and deliberately so as not to scare them off. 6. Rogers was dismissed from the army, for deliberately disobeying an order. 7. Somebody deliberately released the brakes, and headed the truck downhill. 8. Very deliberately, Richie slowly rotated it, into the best position for nut cracking. 9. You want to go to the woods, to live deliberately. You want to suck the marrow out of life. 10. She deliberately assumed the bent over posture of, an old woman, sidling down the street. 11. And yes, deliberately starting a fire in a tiny, enclosed space is usually a terrible idea. 12. The ship stops in ports as you go, Dad said, deliberately redirecting the conversation. Delightfully. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Delightfully. Delightfully. It is an adverb. Meaning. 1. In a very pleasant, attractive, or enjoyable way. 2. In a delightful manner. 3. In a very pleasant way. Examples. 1. Alvarez is a charming artist, with a delightfully warm stage presence. 2. To some, the dispute over opium may seem outrageous, to others delightfully ironic. 3. With landlines largely gone the way of phonographs, this one is a delightfully analog fright. 4. Each time he told her, he had to return to Chicago, she seemed crushed, delightfully so. 5. There is nothing quite so delightfully mysterious, as a secret in your own backyard. 6. I poured myself a bowl of delightfully sugar-encrusted cereal, and sat down at the table. 7. Mr. O'Brien's brand of silliness has always been delightfully, often gruesomely askew. 8. It dazzles with its delightfully colorful scoring, and spellbinding musical language, he says. 9. It's a breezy cloud 9, and Khan's kind of theater, brainy, precise and delightfully showy. 10. The name is delightfully punny, if somewhat misleading, as the bottle does empty. 11. The book's illustrations honor Hadiyas by delightfully embellishing reality. 2. 12. Each time he told her, he had to return to Chicago, she seemed crushed, delightfully so. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos.